Hey everybody, world's biggest geek here, back with another video here today. My name is Kevin. Hope everyone's having an awesome, terrific Wednesday. Hope you guys are being safe, the best, fantastic, dope, and cool. Remember, we're geeks. We always have to have fun. We enjoy the great things that have helped us grown up, have a great community, and just enjoy spending time with each other and just playing games nonstop, talking about movies, comics, and everything of all time. That is why we're geeks, and geeks live forever and ever, and we're the greatest people of all times. Well, everyone, I just finished the world premiere, the season finale of one of the Spider-Man shows known as Marvel Studios, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Awesome, dope show, guys. Like I said, I have to say, this is by far one of my favorite Spider-Man shows. Now, again, I would never knock any of the Spider-Man shows. Like I said, we're going to go back to history. Never knock the original Spider-Man from the 60s. Like I said, you got Spider-Man from the 60s, Spider-Man from 1981, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Spider-Man the Animated Series, Spider-Man Unlimited, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Marvel Spider-Man, and now Marvel Studios, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Like I said, this show was truly awesome. The animation, the visual effects, the artwork looked insane. This like blew my mind for like an upscale new type of Spider-Man show. I was like, wow, whoever did the visuals and artwork on this show, I was like, this was a dope show. And I'm like, this was crazy. This was fantastic. And I literally enjoyed this show. It literally like blew me away just to enjoy an awesome, cool take of a brand new Spider-Man. And I have to say, I was just truly stunned, and I was just amazed by this show. It just totally took me away. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And I have to say, for a Spider-Man show, was fantastic. Not knocking the other Spider-Man shows we've gotten in the past, but this one was awesome and the best. All right, let's get into it. So basically, this is part of the MCU, but I guess in an alternate universe of the MCU. So when it kicks off is so it's like Civil War. So like when Tony, Black Widow's like, "Where's your guy?" and it says the word Queens on it, and you're like, "Oh, okay." And where Tony Stark came in and said, "Hey man, this is really cool car. This is really nice, expensive car outside." And it was Tony Stark. Well, in this universe, he said the same exact thing. The music was there, and he's like, "Hey man, this is really nice car outside." And all of a sudden, it's Norman Osborn himself. That's right, aka the Green Goblin, one of the biggest Spider-Man foes of all time. Now, he saw Peter Parker to invite him to the Oscorp internship to be a part of the program that Norman wanted to build. So you're like, okay, wow, it's got that Civil War vibes. And of course, the origin was different. Now, in the comic book, Spider-Man was bitten on the hand, where in the Amazing Spider-Man movie and this show, he was bit on the neck. Because in the comic books, it was a radioactive spider from a laboratory, not Oscorp or anything. But basically, it all started where Midtown High School of Science was under attack by a symbiote alien monster. And long and behold, it was Doctor Strange himself in action. So cool, saving all those kids and protecting them from this alien, this monster, destroying everything. At the time, Peter didn't have superpowers in the first episode, but also, that's why I said that's where he got bit on the neck, because the spider came out of a little time loop vortex from Doctor Strange's portal, and he got bit on the neck, and also he got to meet Nico, who is from the Runaways, who is a sorceress. But in this show, she was Peter Parker's friend. So how they met was he saved Nico's life and threw some at the symbiote thing, and that's how they became best friends. Nico and Spider-Man, were just, Peter and Nico became good friends, and that's how they, they just hung out with each other, and that's their introduction. And of course, in the first episode, he's trying to catch the train, but later on, when he finally got the suit, now it wasn't his traditional suit. He had like little web cartridges with little strings on both sides. Had like a little tank he had to turn on to do this. And that's how he started swinging. He got into class. Yeah, he was clumsy and goofy, and he was not really. He was like the nerdy kid that everyone just walked by and whatever. Also, the girl he liked was not Mary Jane Watson. It was Pearl, which I found out Pearl is a character called Wave in the comic books who can breathe underwater. She's super strong. But here Pearl was just like this regular girl, she was babysitting Peter Parker at the time. That's why Nico made fun of her. Fun of him, and that so he liked Pearl a lot. And then of course we met Lincoln, who turns out, AKA, he got his code name in this show, known as Tombstone, one of another Spider-Man foes. Like I said, Lincoln was just like the top quarterback of the school. He was awesome, but his brother was joining the 110 gang, ruled by Big Ben Don, who ran it. He told his brother to get out, and he's like, "Whoa, we're your brother's family." And now he told his brother to, don't join them. So Lincoln had to lie to his mom and do all this stuff, and now he has the name of Tombstone, and now he's the new leader. Don quit. He was scared because Scorpion was going to take his life. He said he quit, but he's like, no, too late. And now Tombstone is now the new leader of the 110 gang, and now everyone follows him. I have to say, was awesome. The villains were cool. Scorpion was dope. He had like a very stretchy tail that can reach, and Scorpion has the poison on his sting when he gets you. But dope villains, like I said, and of course, they were trying to figure out who was responsible for all this, and turns out the one giving people these enhanced gamma radiation equipment, turns out it was none other than Dr. Otto Octavius, yes, aka Dr. Octopus, which we saw in the finale, is that he is drawing tentacles, so Dr. Octopus may return very shortly. Like I said, one of the best Spider-Man foes. Like I said, the mechanical arms off his back and doing that. Like I said, then we got a glimpse of the Chameleon. Also, we had some cool. We had another hero appearance of Daredevil and Iron Man. So Daredevil was in the black suit. Awesome fight sequence with him and Spider-Man on top of the Oscorp Tower. Telling Spider-Man, Norman is hiding something, and he, conducting all these experiments. But also too, which was crazy, when Spider-Man was beaten by Scorpion the first time, they were injecting blood samples into the spiders as their secret project. And it turns out, which was so dope in this show, that there was a time warp, because Doctor Strange used the time stone, and it turns out the spider they injected the spider with the blood came from Spider-Man himself, which I thought that was cool. So it went back to the incident of the Midtown place where where Peter met Doctor Strange and Nico. I was like, wow. So he went back in time to that exact moment when Peter Park was joining Midtown High, and now the blood sample that was in the spider, turns out it was none other than himself, but in radioactive form of his blood. I was blown away. And like I said, Unicorn was cool, Speed Demon, Tarantula, all those guys were incredible villains. Like I said, and Iron Man, like I said, Iron Man, of course. You had Secretary Ross. You had this Sokovia Accords, the incident where they're in. You saw Ant-Man / Giant Man, Winter Soldier, and Captain America uh, in Germany. So Spider-Man was not there, but they still had to register the follow the registration of the Sokovia Accords. I was like, guys, for a show like this was truly fantastic. Like I said, blew my mind away for a Spider-Man show to like bring in characters, and it turns out one of the interns at the Oscorp was actually a vigilante hero working for Daredevil to spy on Norman Osborn's stuff, to know that what Norman was really hiding is special equipment and gadgets and inventions, and opening a rift and a portal to outer space. And also the alien creature, when the portal closed, a piece of the symbiote was left behind. Now, I don't want to go off subject, but in the comic books, Reed Richards and Spider-Man went to Battle World, and Spider-Man, Reed Richards found this black gooey substance that he gave to Spider-Man during the Secret Wars battle to fight good versus evil, and that's how the black suit. But this alien that they were fighting, a symbiote creature, just happened to rip off of him, and and now Norman has more plans for that. Also, like I said, Amadeus Choi, Asha, and all these incredible characters just being introduced into this show. I have to say, for a Spider-Man show, was truly fantastic. It blew me away of just enjoying an awesome, great show, and I am so happy to enjoy the world of Spider-Man. Like I said, Spider-Man has been truly the greatest superhero. And what's best about the first episode, now it's funny, Stan Lee told a story about amazing fantasy. I think it was adult Amazing Fantasy, and he was reading a book about the Giants. Stan Lee said he put Spider-Man in Amazing Fantasy at the very end of it before they called it The Amazing Spider-Man. So I thought that was a cool reference, seeing adult fantasy, adult Amazing Fantasies with the big giant with the two gray boots. That was really cool. And I was like I said, that was just awesome. And we saw Richard Parker in this show. His father was in jail, so we have no idea what his dad is in jail for, but we'll find out, sooner or later. Like I said, I hope Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man gets a season 2 dope show. Like he told the Doctor Strange, hey, you could see the future. Can you tell me what's going to happen? He's like, well, I think kid. I think you're ready for what's coming next. So, like I said, if Dr. Octopus can draw his tentacles on a wall, and if, like I said, who knows if Green Goblin will be the main antagonist or other superheroes will be in this world. You heard references of the Shatari incident, the Midtown High, and Thor landing in New Mexico. Like I said, this show was incredible, and I want them to explore a lot more of the Spider-Man universe. Like I said, Steve Ditko and Stan Lee created one of the greatest characters of all time, and everyone loves Spider-Man. He has always been the greatest guy, and Spider-Man has always been our number one best hero of our generation. To talk about a great hero who has always been with us and enjoying the great and dope saving of New York himself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it today. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll talk to you later. Stay awesome and stay geeky, and just enjoy every single day, guys. It's always cool to be a nerd. Considering Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Bye, everyone.